Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Brienne with TwinFlameUnionWithin.com, and I'm also a certified ascension coach for Twin Flames Universe. It's been a while since I made a video, so I wanted to come and just share with you guys today. So this is a Twin Flame channel, and I always talk about information relevant to twin flames, and I'm going to do that again today through an experience that I've had that's been an ongoing experience for a few years now, and it starts with a tooth. That's right, a tooth, like and you're probably thinking, well, what the hell does a tooth have to do with the twin flame journey? And I'm gonna just walk with me here and I'll explain. So starting with a story with the tooth, in probably 2000, trying to remember the year, probably 2010, I think it was, I was at work. I used to work at a battery factory here in Arkansas, and I was eating some banana chips. I was on a banana chip kick. And if you've ever tried a banana chip, it's just a banana cut up and it's dried out. So it's like a chip, and it's real hard. So I was eating these banana chips on my break at work, and I cracked a tooth. It's on the bottom right hand side, one of the molars. And so obviously I had to go have some dental work done, and the chip, or the tooth was chipped so bad that they had to grind it down and put a crown on top of it. And I didn't know this before, but most times when you put a crown on a live tooth, eventually the tooth is going to need a root canal. So I had a crown on a live tooth for several years. And finally, I want to say, it was like October of last year. Yeah. And keep in mind, like all these years, so it was 2010 to 2018, I had so many problems with this tooth. Like it would hurt off and on. It would throb, and because it was a live tooth, and I could still, have the nerve in it. I could feel things. Just had a lot of sensitivity. It was like a constant bother, but I ignored it because I didn't want to have to go through extra dental work. So anyways, fast forward to 2018, and I went to go get my teeth cleaned, my routine teeth clean, every 6 months. And the tooth had been bothering me, and they x-rayed it, and they couldn't find anything wrong with it. So I just went on about, thinking, well, it's just going to be something that's going to continue to bother me. And I dealt with it. And after the tooth cleaning in October of 2018, like a month later, the tooth started to hurt worse than it normally did. And come to find out, I went back to my dentist, and they needed to do a root canal on it. It had an infection in it, and so they had to do it in 2 visits. And the first visit was drilling in the tooth, taking out the pulp, I think it is, and putting medicine in the tooth, then sealing it back up so that the medicine could clear out the infection so that they could complete the root canal. And so if any of you, or if you guys have been following my channel, I took a trip to New York back in around New Year's of 2018 into 2019. So during that trip, I was going with a messed up tooth. So anyways, when I got back from the New York trip, I went back to the dentist, and they completed the root canal and put a temporary crown on it. And I went back probably like 3-4 weeks later, I think it was, and they put a brand new crown on the tooth. And the tooth still felt funny, although it had a root canal, and the dentist had removed, the nerve and everything. And I thought, the root canal, you shouldn't be feeling anything in a tooth. And once again, I continued to deal with it. So shortly, I want to say a few weeks passed after I had the brand new crown on the tooth, and the tooth started to hurt worse and worse. And I was like, okay, something's not right here. So I went back to the dentist, and they thought maybe I had some TMJ issues, and they put me on an antibiotic because I had signs of an infection. And so the infection, the antibiotic, I felt better. So it cleared up whatever was happening, and the tooth felt better. And so I went in for an X-ray again, and for some reason the dentist could not see an infection. Although I had symptoms, even after the antibiotic, the symptoms came back within a week. So they sent me to an endodontist, I believe it is, which is somebody that specializes in root canals and things like that. And they did all kinds of X-rays on my teeth, and this tooth, and come to find out there was an infection in the tooth, and the infection had been there for so long that the bone had started to deteriorate, and that's where all of the sensitivity and the pain was coming from. So now they have and this is probably like going on a month ago, the endodontist opened the tooth up again, and the brand new crown that was on the tooth, opened it up and filled the hole with some kind of material and put some medicine inside of the tooth. And he only gave it like a 40 to 50% chance of actually working. And what he was hoping would happen is that the bone is going to grow back, and then I will come back. Actually, I'm supposed to go back June 14th. And if the bone has grown back, then he can complete the second root canal in that same tooth, and it will, save the tooth. And then I'll have to pay again to have a brand new crown put on it. But so, yeah, thank you for listening to the story all about my tooth. And now I'll share with you the reason that my experience with this. So all along, I chose to suffer all of these years, and I've had all of these problems with this tooth, and I kept pushing it off, dealing with it. And that wasn't loving myself. That wasn't choosing myself. I wasn't serving myself. When all along, when I started to have problems with the tooth in the first place, years ago, I could have just had the root canal done, had the crown put on it, and been good to go. But there's no telling how long this infection was in my tooth. Like my dentist did X-rays all like constantly and could not see the infection. I had to go to the endodontist for them to actually find the infection. So yeah, this was a huge lesson for me. And I've been in this pattern of when I have a symptom or something, I ignore it, because I think if I ignore it, I avoid it, it will go away. It'll just go away on its own. But I've learned my lesson through this, that no, I have to pay attention to my body. I have to listen to when my body's communicating to me that hey, there's something not right here. There's something wrong. And it was a huge leaking of my energy. Like I've spent so much money on getting a crown and root canals, and it's been a big investment, and it was a leak of my energy. If I would have just had it fixed and corrected when I first had symptoms. And how this relates to the twin flame journey is, if you're not loving and nurturing yourself and choosing yourself, then your twin flame is going to reflect that back to you, meaning they're going to ignore you, they're going to avoid you, they're going to they're going to mirror that pattern back to you. So this tooth, of all things, seems like such a little thing, has taught me so much. And it's just brought me back within how important it is to listen to your body's signs. God communicates with you in many ways, and that can be, the feelings in your heart, most importantly, and the signs that you receive through your body. Like if you're not feeling good, it's very important that you choose yourself and you love yourself. And the more that you do this, your twin flame will reflect that love back to you. So my main message here today is not to avoid yourself. And maybe you've experienced this pattern too, and you're not aware of it. Maybe my sharing my experience through this video, you might have an awareness to maybe there's something within yourself that you've been avoiding, and it can't just be a physical symptom. It could be a feeling that you've been avoiding, like a fear that maybe keeps popping up in your consciousness. And because it's a fear, you push it away and you won't look at it. But the thing is just by simply looking at that fear, acknowledging that it's there and loving yourself there, it dissolves. So it's safe to surrender this pattern. It's safe to look at yourself. It's safe to go within and listen to what your body's communicating to you. Listen to what your feelings are communicating to you, and love yourself there. And if you're watching my video and you're like, well, what does she mean by love yourself there? And what I mean by that is, if you've been following my videos, you know that I'm a live student with Twin Flames Universe through TFAS. And Jeff and Shalia, my spiritual teachers, teach the mirror exercise. And they teach you how to love yourself through the mirror exercise. And this is what manifests your harmonious union with your twin flame. So when I say love yourself, I mean make a new choice. And that means, like, if you realize that you've had a pattern, such as what I've been experiencing, make a new choice now. You can say it in your heart. I choose to pay attention to myself. I choose to love myself. I choose to nurture myself. I choose to honor my feelings. I choose to honor the communication that my body's giving to me, that my heart is giving to me. And simply by you making that choice, everything that's out of alignment with that will come up to the surface to be healed, so that you are in alignment with loving yourself and honoring that choice, that new choice that you've made. And so I hope you have gotten something out of my experience with my tooth. I hope it's helped you in some way on your journey as well. And another thing too, like when I come on here and I share my experiences, I know it may sound irrelevant to how is this even connected to twin flames. Every single upset leads you back to your twin flame journey. And everything leads you back to your twin flame union. Every upset. A great example that I used with one of my clients the other day was just to help with this. But I said, what if you went to the store and you were walking with your buggy, your cart, and somebody cut you off? They come out from another aisle and they cut you off, and that upsets you. And you're like, I'm just going to push that to the side. That's irrelevant to my twin flame journey. Like, that has nothing to do with my twin flame, but it does. Because let's just say you manifest union with your twin flame, and you find your twin flame starts cutting you off. And it may not just be in the way that this person did it at the store. It may be cutting you off when you're talking. It may be cutting you off in all kinds of ways. And it's going to upset you. And so you can see how the person at the store was giving you the opportunity to heal that upset, rather than, pushing it off to the side and avoiding it, knowing that it's just going to pop up again. It's going to come right back up again. So every single upset, whether you view it as small or large, is crucial to healing, to your twin flame journey. It's all connected to a core upset. That's something else too, is that I've found is in a core upset, it branches out in many different ways. And I'll get into that in another video. But so yeah, overall, pay attention to yourself, love yourself. Every upset that comes up, choose love. And thank you for watching this video, and thank you for following and subscribing to my channel. I'll be back with more soon. So thank you.